Now, should the Frank Sinatra classic My Way be played at funerals? Oh, there you go, that's the one. Yeah, it's currently the most popular non-traditional song choice or non-religious song choice, but the Anglican Archbishop of Sydney thinks it's inappropriate. Dr. Peter Jensen said that it shows a vulgar egotism exists in our society, and using it to summarise your life's achievements reveals an astounding is what I'm trying to say. Astounding moral ineptitude, as opposed to a verbal ineptitude. Now, does the Archbishop have a point, or should the Church have no say in what song is played at someone's funeral? I don't think he's claiming that the Church should be able to dictate what is played at the funeral. He's just saying that that song is extremely egotistical. Hello, different generations of people. Hello. Welcome to our show.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
This segment is called GGAT, and of course we have Maud Garrett and radio broadcaster Mike Jeffries. Hello again, guys. Maud, let's start with you. Do you think that song shows
not at
vulgar
all
egotism?
If there is one time when you can be the most self-centered and make it all about you time at all, it's when you've just died, as far as I'm concerned. So, like, to fulfill someone's dying wish isn't an egotistical act at all, and I think that the Church just needs to butt out. So far, it just sounds like they're saying what you should do when you are alive, and now they're saying what you should do when you're dead. And it's just like, no.
Well, you know what? I find myself strangely, sadly, confusingly almost in agreement with the Archbishop of this. If you're parting... message to the world is you can all stuff off because I did it my way.
Yeah, I think that's
what
fantastic.
Does that show about what
Mike,
you believe about
do you think there's a
people's
message in there to society?
Well, it can apply. Here's the story about an old school gangster. He was a bad man. He had spelt out at his funeral in flowers 240 DC, which was a reference to his habit of attaching electrodes to the gonads of his enemies. Yes, this is at his funeral a couple of days ago, and he played My Way.
Right.
So I think he's a bad guy. But if there is a hell...
Where'd you find that story?
If there...
They should have attached the electrodes to his gonads. They could have reanimated him.
Ah, good plan.
Zombies,
we love zombies.
Hang on, let's talk wider about society. Do you think we're all self-obsessed these days? Says me looking in the monitor doing my hair.
Yes, I do. I think so. But that's not a bad thing. You know, I hate to quote it because it's a disgusting new thing that's been a trend, but you only live once and then you only die once. So if you're only going to do it, you've got to do it well.
Yeah, but you have to ask what your contribution is along the way, don't you?
Okay.
It doesn't matter by then.
What's that?
By then it doesn't really matter, does it? If you're happy with what
well,
you've
if you haven't
done.
contributed anything along the way, no, it certainly won't help at your funeral. if you play a nice tune, I suppose.
Okay, I tried to get into the spirit of what I think the Archbishop is pursuing here. So I thought along the lines of volunteering, right? How many people volunteer? It's very important in this country. Now, volunteering is up. It's doubled from 1995 to 2010.
He actually has statistics in
Yeah, I do. I got the stats here if you want to see them.
There you go.
And so volunteering is up. So if the Archbishop is a communitarian, which he is, and worried about people doing their bit for the community, more people are doing it than they used to. More so in the smaller areas than the cities.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the anonymity of the big cities. I don't know. If I was to talk to the Archbishop, I would say, is this part of a general decline in Anglican church attendance, not so much what people are doing?
Okay. Listen, we want to move on because we've got another topic that I'd love to talk about. A new studies reveal women are now starting to panic about ageing before they turn 30. Girls spend their teens trying to look older, and then at about 29, they start wanting to look younger again. Maud, you're 26. Are you worried about ageing yet?
Yes.
Really?
A couple of years ago, there was a bit of a radio stunt that I went in where we got a cosmetic surgeon on board to give a listener an analysis of her skin. And she was a few years older than me, and to get anything done was completely irrelevant because it wouldn't have changed anything. And then the cosmetic surgeon turned his attention to me and said that even 2 years ago that I had severe signs of premature ageing and would really benefit from points here, and here to get kind of nipped, tucked, inserted, fillers, you name it. And I was just like, and realised...
Actually, when you do that, I can see what the...
so I've got a really expressive face.
She's got movement in her face. Good girl.
She's already requested that they play I'm
Beautiful.
Too Sexy for My Casket at her funeral.
She's so beautiful and young. Mike, do you think, I mean...
Mike, you haven't aged a day since 1948.
Such a beautiful young
No,
woman.
that's true. That's
Are you
true.
worried?
Should I be concerned?
Where does this come from? Do men put pressure on women, or do women put pressure on
No,
themselves?
they do it to themselves. I mean, women are so peer influenced. I talked to my son, who's the personal trainer, and he said he's got clients. Sort of.
He's the personal trainer.
He has clients who are 60 that he says look great. But to quote him, he said, they have had a little panel beating. I said, can you tell? He said, no, I can't, but other women can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can pick it like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's
If
almost...
you've had work done,
Other women...
But that's almost a status symbol.
everyone
when
can
women
pick
say,
it. That's the stupid thing about having work done. Everyone knows you've had it
dad
done.
Well, I agree.
You don't look any younger. You just look the same age you are, but having had your face tightened.
So it's like saying, hey, that's a great wig. If you can tell it's a wig, it's not making it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. As Clive James once said, you cannot remove the appearance of ageing without removing the appearance of life.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. I stand
Embrace
by
it, because
I'd
if I
rather
was
be able to-
26 again, oh, the things I would do.
Oh, if only. We're the wrong side of that, aren't we? We're already planning our funeral songs, and it's not going to be Sinatra. Actually, it is. It's one for my baby, one for the road. You're my baby at the funeral. Yep. All right, thanks, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Now we're just talking
We'll
nonsense.
see you soon. Off for a change.